out of this, Gunners Collective. Back at it, you already know. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Today's a good day. I said a great day. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. To be a what? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. To be Gunners Collective. Bye. Bye. Orderly. Or is it? One never knows does one, but when one knows, can't hurt him. Or maybe not. Figure that one out. The wind's blowing. You see the thumbnail? Orderly Flaco, right? From a convict's perspective. He got ran up on. They're saying he almost got smacked, allegedly, right? But the word on the curb is I actually tapped in with them. It's like, hey, blacks, what's happening? Who is this? This is Gun. Gun who? Gunners Collective. Gunners Collective who? Listen, at the end of the day, I tapped in with Flaco on a personal tip because that's what I do. I got his phone number. And I said, what happened, bro? What's this I'm hearing about you almost getting smacked on one time for your mind? Your mentality was almost out of here. And he said, yeah, here's the true story. Here's what really happened. I got the inside information. Now, I know Flaco's already dropped a video about it. You know, he was in haste. He was on it, letting everyone know exactly what went on. But here's my perspective on it, my convict's perspective, indubitably. Guard! We're about to get it, right? Real talk. So trip out. So Flaco is where Flaco's at, and he's in the mix doing some things. And he's actually sitting in a car when he's approached by an individual who recognizes him. Recognizes him for one other reason, for some reason, I have no what reason, right? I don't know why, but the guy definitely recognizes him. Kind of a smaller, skinnier dude, skinnier individual, allegedly. And he happens to notice Flaco, and there's some type of friction there. Now, this guy was of the understanding that Flaco was there to do something to him, but Flaco really wasn't. Flaco was an innocent bystander in this and just happened to pull up at the wrong place at the right time, I guess. And this guy came out foaming at the mouth, bow-wows everywhere, tripping out all on, you know what I mean? And approached Flaco in a vicious fashion. Now, of course, when he approaches Flaco, Flaco takes his stance. Now, Flaco's sitting in a car, so he doesn't know what's going on. He actually turned his car off and set the keys to the side, so he actually lost track of where his keys were at. You know, so Flaco told me that his first impulse was to get up out of there. Of course, you see someone approaching you. He has something in his hands. I'm gone. And see, what I need to do is separate this car from you, right? And get on. But he doesn't really have the keys and has, you know, his mind's racing. When he looks down, he says he does notice that this guy is holding and brandishing an allegedly. For those of you that don't know what allegedly is, refer to the Gunner's Handbook, page 101. You'll see it, right? So Flaco looks down and sees it's a cannon, right, of monstrous proportions, and decides to go into flight mode. Now, flight mode is, I got to get off before this guy gets off. This guy tries to stick his hand and grab Flaco around the neck. Flaco's fighting him off, doing the... You know what I mean? Doing the offense, defense, and handling his business. You know, anything that a man that's sitting in a car can do. Flaco keeps trying to get off the car to get up at this dude, but he notices this dude is trying to push up on him. So Flaco's at the point where he's almost going to get smacked. The smackalization is almost going to get real. What's going through his mind? I asked him. What was it, bro? What was going through your mind at that time? He said, I thought it was over. I thought I was finally done. I thought everything and all the deeds that I've ever done have finally caught up to me. Now, that goes to show you never know when your life could end. Could be like that. Could be that quick. You could be sorry, other than my Chuck E. Cheese. Look, I'm rolling the balls. 5,000 tickets, that's it. And then boom. Next thing you know, you walk up out there and someone recognizes you and they smack your whole dome piece backwards, right? It happens. Such is life. The world that we live in now, you never know what can happen. I mean, look what happened to the Alcito video shoot. It gets shot up. You know, they're just doing the video shoot. You know, they're doing their thing. Next, you know, they're in Oakland, a dangerous city, a treacherous, violent city, and people are driving by shooting, allegedly. Now, of course, 7 people got hit, 1 got injured, or they all got injured. I don't know. You know, I'm still hearing the news on that. One thing I do know for sure is it's facts. You just never know what the day entails. So Flaco's trying to get out of this vehicle, and he's not even knowing why this guy's getting at him like this. Well, eventually, the guy does reach in and kind of give Flaco the 1-2 punch. Flaco takes it like a man. Or does he? One never knows, does one. But what he told me is he took it and swung back. So Flaco's landing his too. So they're basically fighting in the car. One guy's reaching in, trying to get at him. Flaco's trying to get at him. And Flaco's thinking at any point in time, this guy's going to end it all, right? Career over, game over. But it never seems to happen. So what happens is, eventually over time, other people come out of this place where Flaco had pulled up to. And they're wondering what the hell's going on because they're not aware. Now, this guy was under the assumption, I guess, that Flaco was there for one reason that he was not. He had Flaco mixed up. He didn't really recognize him. So no, it was not the Northerners that ran up on him. It was not Southerners that ran up on him. It was just a regular old brown dude that ran up on him with a big old thing. thinking that Flaco was there to take something from him, but Flaco really wasn't. Now Flaco said after this altercation happened, people came out of this pad or whatever. They broke it up. They were like, "Hey, calm down. We don't need the feds here, right?" And Flaco was able to get at this guy, and it ended on peaceful terms. And I guess the guy just went and wiggled and did his own thing. And Flaco was like, "Wow, leaking and stuff. What part of the game was that, right?" That was the dangerous part of the game. That was the part of the game no one is prepared for. Or are they? One never knows, does one. But here's some knowledge you can't get in college. The thing is, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Always keep your awareness up. If you're pulling into a place and there's people that look sketchy around you, homie, hit that block one time for your mind. You know, let it be known that you know something's cracking. Again, if it's something that just happens at the spur of the moment, just out of the blue, one can't do nothing, can they? You just have to roll with the punches. Now, in this instance, Flaco did exactly what he was supposed to do, which is fight back. You know, you have no choice. When someone's trying to get at you and you notice that they have a little tang, a little allegedly in their hands, I could see, you know, lives flashing before people's eyes. You could see that, you know, he was in a fire or flight situation, like, oh, wow. And at the same time, he's still looking for his keys and he can't find them in his car. So he's stuck like Chuck, and he don't give up. Or that guy doesn't. So like, you know, you don't win every battle. You don't win every war. The thing is, you got to show up and show out. You got to prepare for it. Now, I asked Flaco personally, I said, well, how do you feel about that, bro? And he said, I feel relieved. I feel relieved I'm still here. I'm still able to function. I'm still okay. You know, my lip hurts a little bit, but I'm all right. You know, and I said, well, what were you thinking? What was going through your mind when he did this? He said, I thought that, you know, that this guy was coming at me because he recognized me because of YouTube, or he recognized me because of something I said in the past, or something that he felt I've done. And in fact, this guy was approaching Flaco not because he recognized Flaco, not because he had an agenda or a certain reasoning to get at him. He would have got at anyone this type of way. The backstory behind it is he was expecting someone to come do something to him. And when he seen Flaco approach, he said, big guy, tall guy, car, looking menacing. Okay, it's just time to roll up, right? And handle my business. And he showed up. Now, that goes to show you anybody, when they have one of them things, it's like they get power, homes. You know, those things make a lot of people brave. You know, back in the days in the 90s when you had these ones right here, right there. You know what I mean? Ba and Zuka. When you had Bazooka, people didn't get as brave because they knew that you had to really test the hands of a man. You know, it was going to be put up or shut up. It was going to be someone was going to be left leaking. Someone was going to just not have it their way that day. You know, it was going to be all bad. But in this case, he felt he had the upper hand. Now, did Flaco have an allegedly on him? One never knows, does one? I'm sure he didn't. You know, being an ex-con, you can't have those. But this guy didn't know, but this guy still took the initiative to approach. When a guy does that, or when any individual, man, woman, child, anyone approaches with the thing, and they're not even tripping if you have one, that's an individual you really need to look out for. You need to watch out for, because they're willing to sacrifice anything and everything to get at you. Okay, so I asked Flaco, I said, so what's the end result here? Well, the end result is they end up having a conversation, him and this guy, and come to, oh, shucks, you're the wrong fella. Well, my bad. I didn't mean to bust your whole lip and put thing to your head. My bad. You know? And Flaco, being the man that he is now, a reformed man, and you know, his agenda, what he's doing, he was able to let bygones be bygones. Now, this is what he told me. These are facts. You know, I'm not just telling you a rehashed story. This is, I actually called him to check in to make sure he was all right, first and foremost, because that's the type of individual I am, a real one. And then the second thing I did was, okay, can I get the scoop on this? What really happened, right? Because I know that what gets put out there on YouTube isn't always the case. It isn't always facts. Some people have to misconstrue the story, man, based on, you know, the authorities get involved and the people, 3 letters and all kinds of different. You just don't want to involve people like that in your business. And he gave me the real. And the real was that this guy was under the assumption he was somebody he wasn't. In the end, Flaco actually made out in the situation. The guy was cool, and that was that. But it could have been unfortunate, gente. It's a lesson to be learned, and a lesson to the people that are unwise. A wise man once said it: fill it up with unleaded. You know, I'll take half a tank. What you need to understand is any day can be your day. No one knows the time nor the place. You know, no one knows. Like I said, you could be chilling 1 minute, you know, at Panda Express eating the orange flavored chicken, and the next thing you know, your brains are on the ground looking like orange flavored chicken. You know what I mean? It's looking like chicken livers. It gets ugly. It gets ugly fast. Now, a lot of people are expecting, and they love the drama. They want to see someone get smacked. They want to see someone get hurt. I don't wish that upon no one, especially not myself, right? But I don't wish it upon anyone, because at the end of the day, It's not about that. It's about entertainment. It's about living. It's about raising our children. It's about our familia. It's about the raza. It's about progressing. You know, not everyone's going to agree with exactly what everyone does. But at the end of the day, man, it's up to you to be the man that you can be and do what you does, cuz. Period. Plain and simple. Now, you know, we did have that conversation. And then, of course, we talked about various other things, what's going on now in YouTube Landia. And it was what it was. You know, I appreciated the conversation. Respects for that guy for answering the phone call and chopping it up on a respectful tip. Now, me and Flaco have had our beefs in the past. Oh, yes, indubitably. We have had our where we were cool, and then we've had where we were uncool, right? And we were able to lay that to rest and able to sideswipe that and bypass that based on that's what real respectful dudes do. You know, I don't necessarily have to kick it with you every day. You don't have to kick it with me every day, but we respect each other's words. And behind the scenes, we are willing to have a conversation to figure things out. That's the man thing to do. That's what men do. Hey, it doesn't take much to pick up a phone. What's happening, bro? Hey, man, let me get at you. Well, I mean, you can get at me anytime you want. You know what I mean? I need to get at you right now, but where you at? Well, no, not like that, like on the phone. That's why I'm calling you. Yeah, man, what I don't do the phone get at. I do the get at. Like, well, to what degree of get at? Like the get at. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Is that like the WhatsApp or what? You know, people don't know. But he took my call, and like I said, I got the inside story, and that's all it was, gente. There was no hitter crew sent out for him. There was no he got recognized for this or that or whatever, his past or his future. It just was merely an accidental incident that could have escalated into something much more. And then what would have been happening? Well, I'm going to tell you what, two things that would have happened. One, people would have been incarcerated for the rest of their natural born life. And two, someone would have been smacked right there on the pavement, and I'd have been making hella videos about it. You know what I mean? And wishing my condolences and everything. And that's unfortunate. I would have to go that route, but we all would. Every YouTuber in the world would be talking about it. Did you hear about Flaco from a convict's perspective? That's a sucky thing to think about, man. You know, I don't wish that upon anybody, nor do I think about it. You know, I stay aware, but at the same time, man, you got to live your life, right? You only have one life to live. You know, if you stay shut it up, hiding in the closet, man, and you know who I'm talking to, bang, bang. If you stay hiding in the closet, then it just gets ugly. You know what I mean? You need to come up out that one and teleport up out of there and do what you does, cuz, right? And at the end of the day, respect everyone, man, and you shall be respected. If you disrespect everyone, you shall be disrespected. That's part of the game. You know what I mean? You win some, you lose some, you take some, you give some. It's the game, homeboy. You know, if you don't know it, learn it one time for your mentality. You hear me? Now, after that conversation, I said, okay, well, that's a good thing that the Vato, you know, it all worked out in the end. And it made me think about myself and about my progression and what I'm doing. And saying, man, I definitely got to stay a little bit more aware. I definitely got to, you know, watch where I go and the people I talk to, because it seems like everyone's out to get everyone in this day and age that we live in. Everybody's trying to climb to the top. Hey, you, get off my mouth. Everybody wants to be up there like a damn, what are they? Not the Stylistics, not the Delphonics. I don't know who sings that song. Who sings it? Say it 3 times fast, Essay. I forgot, right? But everyone's trying to get there like the Dramatics. I know who's singing. I was just playing. Everyone wants to be a dramatic, and everyone wants to be hella dramatic and get up there. Now, there's only one spot up top, man. Whether who's there or who's not, I don't think none of that matters. What matters is everyone keeps striving for them and theirs, period. You know, Flaco does his channel. I do my channel. There's several others that do their channels, and there's some that ain't got no channel no more because they're baboso, right? And that's just the way it is. You got to learn the hard way. You know, I've learned the hard way before, and it's just not a good thing. It's not a good look. So that's the inside story. That's what really happened with Flaco. He didn't get ran. I know I had one guy left a comment. He was like, oh, yeah, see, it caught up to him. That's what happens. He got ran up on, man, because of this and because of that. It's like, because you don't know what the hell you're talking about, buddy. You don't know what. You just ran with something. You're hoping and dreaming, but you ain't running up. You ain't doing nothing to anyone. Real ones don't talk about it. They move like lasagna towards Heathcliff. Or is it Garfield? One never knows the other one. 2 fat cats. They're both orange. Just say. Figure that one out. One's the low-budget Garfield. The other one's the low-budget Heathcliff. That's how I figure. Odie's the only one winning. Or John. Or was it Dave? Spencer, I'm all over the place. One thing I do know is for sure, hey, gracias, gente, for all the support. I will be touching on the Acito case later on my other channel. We're gonna talk and we're gonna discuss about it on Gunners Profiles. And we're gonna get it in, man. This guy, you know, was just having a video shoot, man, and I guess it got shot up. Now, allegedly, we don't know who did it, why they done it. If there was exchanged firing back and forth. But, man, it seems to be happening now a lot. You can see a lot of these video shoots where people are getting shot at and people are getting killed on set. And it's crazy, man. You can't even do a music video anymore. That's how real the streets have gotten. The streets are dangerous. It's very Gar. Just lock me back up. I just want to go back. I don't want to go back. And it's like, it gets very dangerous, gente. So just stay away. That's all I can tell you, people. Is definitely make sure you know where you're going, how you're going to get there, or you might get meta-flighted there. And that's what you don't want. Anyways, with that being said, this is a quick one, man. I just wanted to put something in the wind, let you know that I did tap in with Flaco. I got the real truly story, the for really reals on Gang. None of that. He said, she said that, she said that. He said, man, this is what I said. It's real, right? And he told me, or I guess, what he told me, But he does have to bust the lip, and he did get choked out a little bit like the Undertaker. But at the end of the day, he rose back up like Kane and handled his business. For those of you that don't know, those are WWE references. Go to page 202 in the Gunner Handbook, and you'll see what it is. Anyways, with that being said, I hope that you move smooth with a purpose. Get every single thing that you want coming to you, because at the end of the day, no one's going to do it for you. I ain't. I definitely ain't going to do nada for you, man, if you can't do nothing for yourself, man. I'm a real one, man. I don't like lazy people, ese. Get up off that couch, roll that mattress up, you dirty-ass dude, and strive for what you truly believe in. That means going to work, take care of your children, take care of your familia, and take care of your old lady. You already know what it is. With that being said, man, if you like this, hit that thumbs up one time for your boy. If not, thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears this crown. Legendary. I'm going to continue to strive and struggle for what I truly believe in, and that's the coming together of all people. Also, raza, black, brown, sprinkle the woods in, brother. And my Asian partners, you already know what it is. It's nothing but love. The Usos, that's without being said. You know what it'd be like. Number love for all the gente. Now, I will be touching on a spill tomorrow concerning JT, the bigger figure. I heard he's disrespecting Raza. I'm going to have to give him a phone call. I got his phone number personal. I might have to tap in with him because from what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing, man, it's not a good look. Got him shook. I'm wondering, like, what? One of the innovators and the entrepreneurs and one of the main reasons Black and Brown is established, along with Julio Gotos, has decided to disrespect the brown people? Nah, it can't be. It shall not be. It shan't be. But maybe it is. One never knows, does one. Maybe the wind was blowing and someone cut up his track. I don't know. But at the end of the day, man, I say still respect JT, the bigger figure, because I don't know what it is, man. And I ain't going to whoop on someone that I had a cordial relationship with. Anyways, with that being said, you know what it is. And we doing what we does, cuz. Thank you. On power! Bang, bang. I know JT didn't go talk about Mexicans. You didn't do that. Didn't talk about the essays.